That's true. You're in South Sudan. You're probably being sent to slaughter.
They about beat the United States national team for basketball.
That's why I brought it up.
That's
My
funny.
my coworker was telling me, he's like, these are a bunch of dudes who are good at basketball. That doesn't make them a good team, though. You know?
Oh, you mean like the U.S. team?
Yeah.
That's true. They don't play as much as the other teams, but I mean, they still are the most talented, so they should beat South Sudan by more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Miracle on Ice. We got a bunch of random people together to beat the best hockey team in existence.
Miracle on Ice, they had like training as a team, though. These guys get together for a week or two before, and they're like, all right. And it's after the NBA season, so they don't even really try for the first part of it.
Is that the issue?
Yeah, like if you, I don't know how you do it, but if you gave these guys like, say, a couple months together to play and practice together, then they'd be a lot better.
Well, yeah, yeah. So I mean, they're probably gonna kick. They're probably gonna if they make it to the end, they will probably be kicking ass because they will have played together long enough.
Maybe. The trick is when you get to the end of the Olympics now, a lot of the teams have NBA players on it, so they're not quite as good as the U.S. team, but they're still a lot more talented than in like the 80s and 90s. And then you also have that factor that it's another example where these guys have been playing together for like tens of years.
Yeah.
That's another issue is the U.S. men's basketball team like rotates every year. Like every new edition, there's new members. Meanwhile, every other country usually has the same team members for like a 5-10 year stretch, depending on like age and stuff.
Well, let's just point out this way: the U.S. is constantly giving ourselves giving ourselves a disadvantage. So it's all that more impressive when we win.
Yep, speaks to the basketball talent we have currently, but we'll see how long it lasts, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for us to freaking lose basketball in the Olympics after all that talk.
I think what was the last year? I think 2006 was our worst team in the past, like, not 2006, 2004.
Yeah, I was
No,
going to say, because
would
they
have been
talked...
2002.
Oh.
2002.
Well, they talked about in House.
What?
They talk about it in House.
Oh, that we lost?
Yeah, remember Chase brings it up because they're talking about that fat girl? They're like, you just can't
I
even...
don't recall him bringing it up for that case, no.
No, he brings it up because he's like, look at America. They can't even compete in basketball in the Olympics anymore.
Yeah, that was a rough year. Rough Olympic for basketball.
It would have been 2004, not 2002. 2002 is not an Olympic year for summer.
Was it 2008 then was the other Olympic year?
2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024.
Gotcha. Are you gonna watch any of the Olympics?
Probably not. Never have.
I'm not a big Olympic fan either.
There's just too many events and too many things going on.
I like how it's nice because you can like flip it on any point of the day and something will be on, but I just have it on the background more so than actually watching.
Yeah, I never understand how, when, and like how all the qualifying stuff works. It's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even bother. Plus, it'd be the one event the U.S. loses in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's usually the Winter Olympics. And it's just like, I don't want to watch the Winter Olympics. I don't want to watch us get our asses kicked. Although I will say, somebody did point out the fact that we are tied in fourth place for the most, or, well, third, we're fourth. There's 4 teams in the top 3 for
Really?
winter medals. And the fact that the U.S. is tied with, like, I think it's Sweden or whatever, and the fact that we have like barely any snow grounds where people actually like the percentage of our population that lives in an area that gets winter or has mountains, you know, and has enough snow to do things with. The fact that we do as well as we do in the Olympics is a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like Sweden and Russia, where they have all this, and the Nordic countries, they have all this. It's always cold. There's always, you know, there's snow majority of the year. They have all this time to train. So.
Yeah, it is definitely different in that regard.
Yeah. So I did see that. So they're like, don't be too down that the U.S. isn't, you know, as dominating as we are in the Summer Olympics. Just remember, we are at a disadvantage when it comes to, you know, natural talent to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we also have 300 million people. But we only have, like, apparently 3 million. There's, like, only 3 million people, though, live in areas that qualify for that. But I don't. That, you know, get winter.
There's only how many?
Like, with mountains and winter, if you include those two things together, it's, like, a very, very, very small population.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently. I don't remember what the whole TikTok told me. It's been a while since I saw it.
Not TikTok.
Oh yeah, if you want any information, that's the place that you'll be taught it, and then it'll be gone because it doesn't save the last things you've seen. There's no history, so it just boop gone. And it has a horrible search algorithm. Although YouTube's search algorithm is also crap anymore. Because it just wants to recommend you shit. It doesn't actually want to. It doesn't actually want to find what you're looking for. I miss the days when it used to be synced with Google, and it was just like using a Google search algorithm. Of course, now Google's shit. But okay. One last thing.
Yeah.
Do you think Biden's dead?
I think he has a thing tonight, doesn't he? Press conference.
Not a clue.
Pretty sure he does.
I just.
No, I don't think he's dead.
Oh, dude.
I'm guessing they did take him away and had a sit down, say, no, by the way, you're out. Something along those lines.
Something. I don't know. But a lot of
keep him away for a couple days.
What I find really I was on X. And I see all these right wingers like, where the heck is he? He's missing. I think he's dead. Blah blah blah. What is this country coming to that our president isn't, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, this isn't the first time this happened, right?
When was the other time?
FDR.
Remember his polio stuff?
No, he had pneumonia. I believe it was pneumonia. He had caught a case of pneumonia, and he disappeared for like 2 months. It was a while. And historians are pretty damn sure that Eleanor just ran the country. She was the president. Because, like, she wouldn't let people talk to FDR. If I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, people are pretty confident for several months there in the 1930s, we did not have a male president. We had Eleanor. She did a fine job. So, but also to like, why do they care at this point if he's dead? Like, all these people are like, I think he's dead. Okay, if he's dead, then why isn't Kamala president already?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of this charade? He already quit the election. There's no logical reason to keep up this charade that he's alive. Presidents have died in office before. This isn't a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay? He dies, Kamala gets sworn in, we have a female president for 6 months.
You know, it'd be a weird time. I don't know why they would even bother, so I would agree on that.
Right, so like Weekend at Biden's, I think Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
I saw somebody have a thing that was Weekend at Biden's. And I'm just like, but what's the point? I think
Yeah.
it's just now going through my head. Like, really, what is the point of that? He's not in the election anymore. He has 6 months left in his presidency, and it's not the first president to die, and not in office, and not the first president to be sick during office and literally disappear. And then you realize, oh, that's just what the algorithm wants to do. It just wants to piss you off in the 24-hour news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's there to piss you off and get you angry at the other side. But why is the other side even angry about this? Who cares? I'm not a Biden fan. I don't care. Okay, if he's dead, all right, get Kamala in there. Get her see if she can run the country for 6 months before the dictator takes over.
Yeah. It's an interesting state the country's in.
I don't think she'll win, but after apparently a record-breaking day of campaigning, money they got in, maybe I'm wrong.
I think they had that set up for a while, though, but I don't know. I think it'll be close.
Oh, they were pooling funds together for months ahead of time?
I think a bunch of super PACs have been withholding funding for a while. Biden kind of just waiting.
For him to quit before they give much
Yeah.
money?
Yeah, especially
Possible.
after the debate.
Possible.
So yeah, it'll be close.
Campaign funds. Like, there's actually, if it wasn't for super PACs, there's actually a finite amount of money that a campaign can actually get. Because each U.S. citizen's only limited to like $1,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Damn super PACs.
So at the most, I guess that's $300 billion. That's 300. I guess it's like $3 trillion. So maybe no. What's 300 million times 1,000? That's $1 trillion, isn't it?
300 million times 1,000?
Yeah, it's $1 billion.
Wouldn't it be 300 billion?
It's probably 300 billion. You're probably correct.
But,
yeah, 300 billion. You're correct. That makes more sense. I was trying to do the.
I saw, doesn't Elon pay Trump like 45 million a month or something like that? For his, like, fund?
Not a clue.
I think he does. I think I saw something like that. But kind of crazy how much money is involved for this stuff.
But once again, that only goes into the super PAC. Because once
Yes.
again, there's a limit. And the super PAC, how the super PAC works, these were actually super PACs were actually a new thing. And it's because the Supreme Court decided to make them legal back in like 2012, just before that election. Basically, it said it was okay for companies to run campaign ads against against politicians, for and against politicians, because the politicians are only limited to so much donations for campaigns, and it's a really small amount, and to win any more, you need lots of money, and so that money goes to the super PAC, to those companies, and these companies then run attack ads. They are unaffiliated with the election themselves, but they of course are like, but hey, we'll run campaign ads for you if you, and then they'll lobby, of course. They're like, hey, we'll run
Gotta love
campaign
lobbying.
ads if you do this thing for us.
Yeah. Always a delight.
Yeah, so honestly, you kind of, if you become president, right, you tell these super PACs, yep, I'll do whatever you want, and then get into power and just be like, yeah, screw you, and then use the CIA to take them out.
Gotta love it.
According to the Supreme Court, you can do that now. You can take out your political adversaries. So, it's legal. Apparently. It might be illegal, but the Supreme Court's not going to make that decision. They're going to leave it up to the lower courts. And it's like, bruh. It's going to make it back to your desk anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Anyways, gotta love the podcast getting political, right?
Yep, it was a good podcast day. Talked about some movies. Always fun. Your book reading. I'm not really reading any books right now, so I can't. I reread Fire and Blood before the new House of Dragon season came out, but haven't been really reading since then a whole lot.
I don't really
always
read.
good to hear about what you're up to in reading. So.
Oh yeah, well, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go from here now. So, because once I'm finished with it, I don't know. I could really get behind a whole series of books about dinosaurs. Kind of feel like I'm 10 years old again. Being into dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are great.
They certainly are. I don't understand why anybody ever makes fun of people who like dinosaurs.
Some people, they go maybe a little overboard, but regular people, just fine.
I don't need to know every damn name of every damn dinosaur. That's.
Yeah.
And did you know that this dinosaur was found in this time period and only did this? And of course, that's speculation because we don't actually know.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Reminds me of a House episode where somebody was like, what's the difference between a sea lion and the little girl was like, Dad, what's the difference between a sea lion and a seal? And he thought it was a joke, so he's like, what's the difference? And he's like, sea lions have ears. And she was like so confused, like, is this supposed to be a joke? What is this? It wasn't. The little girl was like, it's not a joke, Dad. But she told it like it was supposed to be a joke. Oh my god, my cousin and I were so confused when we watched. He was so confused when he watched it. He's like, what? What is this little girl talking about? And I'm like, yeah, this scene is always weird. Anyways, I would like to thank you for coming on. We'll do the outro here, and it's been a great time. I'm sure we'll do it again.
Yes,
will we
definitely
do it?
will. They're nice and quick. I enjoy them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll do the outro, then I'll ask you about NCA. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts every Friday, noon, Central Time. And good night.